Oh yeah. The real thing. Real smooth, had to ease in. Started off on the ground with a DM. Said you got the wrong man, time to leave him. Girl, you got good vibes and I need them. Met you, it was game time. You a queen and a boss at the same time. Oh yeah, I came up. Everybody else just got cut. Now it's just me and my girl. I think we could take over the world. I'ma show you off to the hood. Mama gon' say I did good. I know you the one I can trust. I ain't finna mess this up. It's all about us. Anybody hatin', tell them I said pull up. When did all of this happen? It was also unexpected. Now I got you in my arms, staring at our reflection. I love everything about you, even your imperfections. I be calling you AI, cause you the answer to my questions. Hey. It ain't safe to love somebody this much. 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 Love, we connected like Wi-Fi. Then the love spread like wildfire. Now we drive to the miles high. Now we talk till our mouths dry. This here not average. I started off as a savage. Now I'm thinking about marriage and a baby with a carriage. I could be the man of your dreams. I think we could make a good team. I ain't even blowing no steam. I love you like cookies and cream. Girl, you stand out in the crowd. My grandma finna be proud. I like your smile. If I couldn't have you, I might go wild. When did all of this happen? It was also unexpected. Now I got you in my arms, staring at our reflection. I love everything about you, even your imperfections. I be calling you AI, cause you the answer to my questions. Hey. It ain't safe to love somebody this much. 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 When did all of this happen? It was also unexpected. Now I got you in my arms, staring at our reflection. I love everything about you, even your imperfections. I be calling you AI, cause you the answer to my questions. Hey. Yeah. I mean, this my king of R&B voice. I hope you like it. It ain't safe to love somebody this much. It ain't safe to love somebody this much. It ain't safe to love somebody this much. It ain't safe to love somebody this much.
I just wanna love my brother and my sister like I'm supposed to. Spread love, give knowledge like I'm supposed to. Change the world through my voice, yeah, I hope to. Oh yeah, I hope to. Been a long time coming, but a change gon' come. I can feel it. Oh yes it will. Oh yes it will.
Oh no, love. I don't know if the world finna end, so I'm up late with the pad and the pen. They said we gon' be good, they don't know when. I just want things to be normal again. COVID-19, yeah, put us in a hole. Made us see we ain't really in control. Everybody going through a rich and poor. White, black, Spanish, Asian, it's so obvious that it's time to change and put love first and stop playing games and lift God up and say his name, cause we hard up and we feeling pain. Can't be the same when it's all over. If for George Floyd, he a fallen soldier, justice for all, that's a big task. But I'ma die empty with a big glass. I'm a truth teacher with a big class. Gotta call in on me. That anointing falling on me. When you gon' stop stalling, homie? Gotta make your presence felt now. Figure out who you can help now. Stay safe and protect your health now. Spreading love is the new wealth now. Let's get it.
I just wanna love my brother and my sister like I'm supposed to. Spread love, give knowledge like I'm supposed to. Change the world through my voice, yeah, I hope to. Oh yeah, I hope to. Been a long time coming, but a change gon' come. I can feel it. Oh yes it will.
Yes, yes,
oh, yes it will.
yeah, love, love. This year been tough so far. Lost my grandma, that was my heart. I'm kinda glad she left this place. Ain't nothing here but stress and hate. Lost Kobe and Gigi too. Every day seem like more bad news. People just out here selling hope. Candidates just won our vote. Why they panic all over the globe? I remember God's in control. And if it's one thing that I know, that a virus can't touch my soul. I don't know what's next, but I'm with it. Leaders gotta stay committed. Faith go further than my vision. I'm gonna teach long as they listen.
I just wanna love my brother and my sister like I'm supposed to. Spread love, give knowledge like I'm supposed to. Change the world through my voice, yeah, I hope to. Oh yeah, I hope to. Been a long time coming, but a change gon' come. I can feel it. Oh yes it will. Oh yes it will.
Hi everybody, my name is Joe Freese from the Sallie Mae team, coming to you direct from Cincinnati, Ohio. And welcome to the Paying for College 101 Free Money First Workshop with Dee-1. I met Dee-1 back in 2016 at several high school events in Cincinnati, so I know firsthand how inspirational and motivating he can be. And that's why I'm pleased to introduce him to you today. I actually have a picture of me and Dee at one of those events. They were awesome, full of energy and excitement, and hopefully you'll get the same thing out of today's virtual event. He's excited to talk to you about his higher education journey and share how important it is to apply for free money first. You know, completing the FAFSA and applying for scholarships can save you hundreds and even thousands of dollars towards college. If you do have any questions for Dee during this event, please feel free to ask him in the comments section. And now, it is my pleasure to introduce you to our special guest and my friend, Dee-1.
Thank you so much, Joe. I appreciate you in more ways than one, bro. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm honored to be here as we're speaking about paying for college, because I know that is one of the big, huge hurdles that prevents a lot of people from going to college or pursuing education after high school, because there's a stigma associated with paying for college. So let's just get really real today while I have everyone on here. Feel free to leave comments in the chat. That's going to keep me engaged with you, and I'll be able to acknowledge you as we're speaking and as we're doing this presentation. My name is Dee-1, and I am a rapper. I'm a full-time hip-hop artist as well as a public speaker, but my roots are in education. I was a middle school math teacher before becoming a rapper. And as a middle school teacher, I faced the issues that a lot of society faces, which is trying to figure out, how do I do something that I love, that I get fulfillment from, while still being able to maintain a comfortable lifestyle and be able to pay my bills? And I realized something as an adult, that the decisions I made in college as to how much school would cost, which school I would attend, and how much time and energy I would put into getting the cost of college paid for, those decisions all played a role in the type of life that I was able to live after college as an adult. So I want to speak to y'all about some of the decisions that I made that I'm extremely proud of, that helped me a lot, and also some of the mistakes I made that I had to learn from, because the purpose of me learning these lessons was so that I could teach you. So number one, when it came down to the end of my high school career, I had to ask myself, what's next? I have people who want me to go to college because that's what they want. But is that what I truly want? Can you become a successful adult without graduating from a 4-year university? The answer is yes, you can. Everyone's path is different. So I'm excited for the people who have identified what they're passionate about, and it may be another route. It may be trade school. It may be community college. It may be something different to where you're still going to further your education after high school, but it may not be a 4-year university. But I had to ask myself, what's the right path for me? And upon thinking about it deeply, I realized that I did want to go to college. I did want to go to a university, and I was excited about it for more reasons than one. So I ended up at Louisiana State University. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. So this was about an hour away from my house. I was able to get out of my own backyard, so to say, but I was also close enough to home to still feel connected in case I felt like I needed to be back there with my family on weekends, or, you know, if I just needed that love and that attention from them. So that was a cool fit for me. The college that I went to was extremely large. There were about 50,000 students who were going there at the time I attended. Huge, absolutely mammoth. And with that being said, there's a lot of adjustments that you have to make when you go to a huge school. So I had to ask myself, how do I feel about the idea of large classes with hundreds of students all in the same class? How do I feel about the idea of not knowing everyone who I go to school with? Not being able to be friends with everybody because it's simply too many students to know everyone. And I was okay with this. I was okay with this new type of education that I was going to be receiving. I realized when I got to school that not only was my journey and my path different from a lot of my other friends who I was meeting, but we all had unique ways that we were paying for college. And some of these ways we had in common. Scholarships. Scholarships, that was a word that I heard quite a bit from people in terms of saying, you know what, we are going to apply for scholarships because we may not have the money personally to fund our college experience. So we're going to go ahead and apply for as many scholarships as possible. This is what some of my friends told me they did in high school. You know how that made me react? It made me envy them. Because I had to look back at my high school career and say, wow, I had the same opportunities they had to apply for scholarships. It's not a bad thing. It's not a hard thing at all to simply apply for scholarships. Do the legwork to research what scholarships are out there and then apply for them. And I saw that some people who I was in school with, I might have had a higher GPA than them in high school. I might have had more extracurricular activities than them. But they ended up getting scholarships that I didn't get. And I was like, wow, this is interesting. So when I talk to my younger self and when I talk to anyone who's watching this, I want you to know that not being lazy, not being a procrastinator when it comes to applying for scholarships can change the course of your life. Because the more scholarships you get, that's the less money that you have to either borrow for college or pay out of your pocket for college. Guess what? By Dee-1 and Sallie Mae partnering up, we're able to bring this message to you, and we're able to easily point you in the direction of saying, you know what? These scholarships don't have to be some weird mythological thing that we don't know how to access. So we have a very simple website. I'm talking about one click action. That's how easy it is to get access to these scholarships. So I want you to take out a pen or paper or write this in your cell phone right now. SallieMae.com/scholarships. It's that easy. It's literally that easy. SallieMae.com/scholarships. If you write that down, if you go on that website, you will see that not only can you apply for these scholarships, but you can learn about the vast selection there is when it comes to scholarships. There are so many different scholarships out there that you would have never imagined. I'm left-handed. I always talk about the left-handed scholarship because I would have never known that just because I throw a football and I write rhymes and I do my assignments with my left hand because I'm left-handed, I could have gotten a scholarship for that. But I didn't know. Therefore, I didn't apply for it. So I want you to be different. I actually want you to be better than me. So that's part of the reason why myself and Sallie Mae have come together and partnered up. While I was in college, I also learned about another type of person. There was the type of person who was in college and they had grants. Grants were also a way to get free money and to fund their college education. Now, for these people, they didn't necessarily have to do anything to earn this, but they still had to make sure that they applied for the grants, because applying for these grants is what allowed you to see, am I eligible to receive these governmental funds? And some people simply did not fill out their FAFSA form. Luckily, I did. But some people I know they would have received grants, which would have been free money. Absolutely. But they did not fill out the form. And of course, they had a bunch of excuses as to why they didn't do it. Oh, I started doing it, but then it got hard. You know, it got difficult. I I mean, my mama didn't give me all the information that I needed in order to get it filled out. You know, there's a bunch of different things that I heard from people. But one thing I've learned about life is people do not care about your excuses. People just care about results. People care about results at the end of the day. So I hate that some people missed out on a lot of free money they could have had for college through the form of grants because they didn't fill out their FAFSA form. Guess what, everybody? We're going to make that easy for you, too. You can go to salliemae.com/FAFSA. It's that simple. Literally, it is that simple. You go to that website and you click on that link and you will have all the info you need to teach you about what is FAFSA. What do you have to do in order to qualify for these grants? This is something that we've made very simple for you. And I love that we've been able to go all around the country together. Myself and Sallie Mae, all around the country and visit high schools. And when I see the looks on these students' faces as they're saying, wow, the way he's putting it, it seems really simple. It seems really common sense. It seems really easy to go ahead on and tap into this free money for college. And it's because it is. It is simple. It is easy. And it's something that I'm looking forward to you, if you're watching this right now, being able to do. So for all my high schoolers, big shout out to you. I appreciate y'all for taking your education this serious to where you're going to watch this content and then you're going to apply this knowledge. If you're past high school, you may be in college right now. Guess what? It's still not too late. There are scholarships. There are governmental funds that you can get, grants to help fund your education, even if you're already a college student. So that's why I'm excited for you all. But I'm also excited for the adults who may be watching this. Because like I always say, our job is not done on earth until we leave earth. So as long as you're here, you still have the ability to educate, empower, and enlighten someone else who is currently going through their educational journey. I know you know people who are in high school right now. I know you know people who may be in college right now. Take this journey, take these resources that we're giving you right now and go and pass it on. Pay it forward. How about that? Paying it forward has been one of the best parts of my partnership with Sallie Mae. And I say that because thus far, we have given out $195,000. That's not a typo. That is the proper dollar amount. $195,000 in scholarships and also in loan repayment funds that we've been able to give out since we started doing this amazing work together. And for me to be able to sit there and firsthand watch the lives of different students change for the better. I can still recall the names of students, and I won't even say their names on this broadcast. I respect their privacy, but I can never forget the look on their face when they saw that they won something or that they were awarded a scholarship. And I'm seeing that the looks on their faces and the level of gratitude that they have, it even extended beyond just getting free money for college. They were thankful for the knowledge that they've gotten by hearing us speak about this topic of financial literacy and managing your money the right way. It's not always about how much something costs. It's about how you manage the cost of it, how you fund the cost of it. So when you think about a college education, there's multiple different ways to skin that cat. Now, one of the ways that I haven't spoken about yet starts with an L, and it's called loans. If you know anything about my story, you know that I've had to take out some student loans in my life. And a lot of Americans do. We are over $1 trillion in debt. $1 trillion in debt when it comes to student loan debt. So this is a real thing that a lot of people have had to tap into in order to fund their college education. But guess what? There is a smart way that you can still be intelligent and be impactful when it comes to strategically taking out loans if you need that as a means to help pay for your college. So for me, when I took out loans, I told you, I'll share with you some of the good decisions I made and some of the mistakes I made. Here's a good decision I made. When I knew that I needed some extra money to finish paying for my college education, what I didn't do is just quit school. I know some people who have quit school because they were so afraid to borrow any money for school because there's such a stigma that they've heard in the past that comes along with student loans, right? So they just quit school altogether. Tough decision. Me personally, I worked too hard in college to just go and put in all those years of hard work and then quit. So I didn't do that. I didn't take that route. But some people, when it came to taking out student loans, they also felt like, I'll take these loans out, but I might not use these loans to fund only my educational expenses. I'll start to use these loans to just be a big baller in college and to just fund my lifestyle. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not perfect. So I fell into that category to a certain degree. I used loan money to pay for things that just made me look fresh, made my neck shine. I'm talking about jewelry. I'm talking about clothes. I'm talking about Lamborghini doors. I'm talking about things that I shouldn't have done with that loan money. Because you know what? That had nothing to do with me getting a better education at all. So I don't want you to make those mistakes. If you have to take out loans, understand that you absolutely have to pay them back. And because you have to pay them back, watch this. It's like a connection. If you're going to take out loans, just know that you have to pay them back. If you have to pay these loans back and you're taking the loan out to go to college, you might as well finish college. You might as well finish your higher education. It behooves you to finish that journey that you started. And if you started that journey and you finish it, then the loans that you may have had to take out are going to be able to be repaid, because with that new degree, with that new skill set that you've obtained, you have increased your earning potential. That's one of the best parts for me about going to school, is that I was able to increase my learning potential. My earning potential. By increasing my learning potential in college, I increased my earning potential after college. That's a bar right there. So, with that being said, I don't want you to go any further without thinking that we have these resources available for you, because they are available for you. Is college going to be a flawless journey to where you won't go through anything? Of course not. It just doesn't work like that. Guess what? Nothing in life works like that. Just going to college just instantly mean that you'll just have all these people just waiting on you after college to just throw a bunch of money in your face and say, here, we want to pay you to work here and to work there just because you graduated. No, it doesn't quite work like that. It doesn't work like that. You still have to network while you're in school. You still have to make sure that you master the art of having a positive attitude and being a person who can be memorable, and people can understand that you're doing more than just bringing book knowledge, but you're bringing a great vibe, a great set of energy with you when you step on the scene. That's very important. And these are life skills. These are real world skills that you'll learn as you continue to live. But I'm just sharing some of what I've done successfully with you all. I told you that my first job after college was being an educator. I was a teacher. And by being a middle school teacher, I will tell you all, it was not my GPA that got me that job. It wasn't. It was me networking. It was me being persistent. And it was me having my degree. So being certified helped, but it only helped to a certain degree. So you have to understand the art of doing these other things that help to make you stand out from the crowd. Now, with that being said, being a teacher and having student loans to pay back, it became something where I started to ask myself, why didn't I apply for more scholarships? Why didn't I? And one of the main reasons was being distracted as a high school student, being distracted with all of the other things that were available to me at the time. Video games. For you, that might be social media. It might just be other priorities that you have at the time. But trust and believe that the topic of money gets really real, really quick, especially after you finish school. It gets really real, really quick. I was no longer living with my parents. I didn't have anyone, paying all my bills for me. And because of that, I started to think about every dollar and every cent and how I could maximize what I did with it. So I want everyone who's watching this to make sure that you do the things that I did not do, which is normalize these conversations. If it's a parent that you need to talk with about how you're going to pay for school, then have those talks. Even if you're a student right now and you feel like you're the one who needs to initiate those talks, guess what? It's okay. It's not illegal for you to be the one to initiate conversations about money in your family. There's nothing wrong with that if you have to do that. You also have counselors at school. Now, I'm hoping that your counselors are initiating these conversations. But if not, guess what? they will love to see a student who is proactive about having these talks. And if all else fails, that's why Dee-1 is here for you. That's why Sallie Mae is here for you, because we have literature that's published, and we also have seminars like this, which you're watching right now, to help you understand that this is not a taboo topic and this is something very important. I'm a successful rapper at this point in my life, a successful public speaker, and I have to say that none of this would have happened if I wouldn't have made strategic decisions after high school. Going to college did not change my life, but graduating college did change my life. The people that I met, the skills that I obtained, and the moves that I made, the way I started thinking differently post-college really helped to shape who I am today. Even the music that I do, for those of you all who are familiar with my music, you know what my motto is. In everything you do in life, be real, be righteous, and be relevant. That motto came about because when I was in college, I realized that there are a lot of people who are financially successful in this world, but that doesn't mean that they're truly making a difference and impacting lives in a positive way. Money does not equal happiness, and money does not mean that you're making an impact that will last for generations and that will help people to live a better quality of life. And I wanted to be impactful, not just wealthy or well off. And that's what I want for everyone who ever listens to my music or who follows me. But it was my time in college that allowed me to see the difference between people who were just simply chasing the bag and people who say, you know what? I have to chase purpose and I have to chase passion. And that's what I wanted to do. And you'll be surprised that money will find its way to you when you're doing what you were truly put here to do. So, I want to shout out to Dana. I appreciate you, Dana. That means a lot. Thank you for this message. Appreciate the time, truth, and information. You don't have to actually thank me, Dana. I thank you for tuning in, and I thank you for taking this and spreading this message to other people. That's what I truly want you to do. So my time as a hip-hop artist has been well spent because I haven't looked at myself as just an entertainer. I look at myself as an edutainer, meaning I'm here to educate as well as entertain people. So when it comes to paying for school, this is not something that we are ever going to take for granted, because if you don't make the right moves, you can end up in so much debt by the time you finish your educational journey that it can adversely affect your life moving forward. So why run to the money that you have to pay back first when there's free money that's available to you? I have friends right now, and I'm not going to put their names out there, but I know that decisions that they made during their college years, especially when it came to how they paid for college, it's affecting them. And they're in their 30s right now. Some of them are in their 40s right now, and they're still being affected by decisions that they made 20 years ago. Let that sink in. Let that truly sink in. That's why this type of conversation is extremely important. Extremely important. So when we talk about this free money, I don't need anyone to leave this broadcast today without going to salliemae.com/scholarships. I mean, it's that simple. I have a lot of things I'm proud of in my life, and one of them was the fact that I was able to get out of student loan debt. Because I took out loans to go to college, and unlike some of my counterparts, I was able to get out of student loan debt. Why? Because I made smart money moves after college. Everyone ran to go and buy a new car and take on this high, expensive car note after we graduated from college. Me, I said, I'm keeping my same car. You know why? Because it still works. And it had about 300,000 miles on it, but I kept it moving. And I kept my car, and I said, you know what? This is smart, because this allows me to still save a lot of my money and use my income towards paying off my student loan debt. When I signed my first record deal as a rapper, as Dee-1, and I got a nice sized check for the first time in my life, I didn't run and blow that check, because you know what? I had already made mistakes when I took out some student loans with that money that I got. So I said, okay, I'm going to use part of this check to finish paying off my student loans altogether. And now I'm not in debt anymore. That was a huge, huge decision that I made that helped change the game for me. So it's just thinking. The more you live life, you realize that it's about your mentality towards making these decisions. It's about your process that you have towards how you navigate the different situations life throws at you. A lot of my friends now, they're learning these lessons, but you have the ability to get a head start. You don't have to learn these lessons in your 30s or in your 40s. I want to read another comment. This is actually a question, and I'm glad that this person asked a question because I'm here to answer every single one, all right? Thanks for doing this, Dee. Do you think high school students understand financial stuff and how important it is? I think it's impossible for a high school student to understand financial stuff and how important it is when it comes to managing your money, because this is brand new to high school students. So just like anything that's brand new, you have to be taught, hopefully by people who are giving you accurate information, and you have to learn the ropes. And in real time, you get experience through trial and error. Well, what we are here to do is to help minimize those errors. That's it, through accurate information and through giving you resources. Sometimes people perish because of a lack of knowledge, but I feel like more often than that, people perish because of a lack of access to that knowledge. So that's why myself and Sallie Mae have partnered up, and we've been doing great work for, at this point, this is the fifth year. This is the fifth year. And just like the World Series just ended and we saw who won the World Series, in the same manner, that's how I feel. Every time we present this knowledge and this information to students, I feel like metaphorically we hit a home run because we truly see this knowledge connecting with who it was meant to reach. So I don't think that high school students understand this stuff inherently, but it's not their job to. But it is their job to pay attention when they see that people who care about them are giving them the information and the resources. So once again, I'm not going to say this anymore. SallieMae.com/FAFSA. Extremely important. Write that down. Make sure you visit that website because you must fill out your FAFSA. November is, my man Joe reminded me that November is National Scholarship Month. So in the spirit of that, and we're coming up on that date really soon, I want you to also visit SallieMae.com/scholarships. Because we want this word scholarships to be stuck in your head as much as social media sites or your favorite video games or what's going on in pop culture and the lyrics to your favorite song are stuck in your head. We want scholarships to be in your head that much to where you prioritize this. So this is what we're all about. This is what we're doing, and we're seeing the results in a positive way. Now, guess what? The ball is in your court. If you're a high school student, I'm at peace. We are giving you the resources. We've given you the access to now go and change your life for the better forever through free money and helping you pay for college. And I want you to chase something that you are passionate about because I feel like I have not worked a day in my adult life. So I don't know what workplace stress feels like because I've always done things that I absolutely love. And through doing that, that is such a blessing because it makes it to where the things I'm good at actually get used in a manner that can help others and that I can get paid off of. That's an amazing feeling. That's what I want everyone who's watching this to experience. So high school students, that's my call to action for you, is to visit these sites, to apply for these grants and these scholarships, and to just be smart when it comes to making decisions on what you want to do after high school. How much is that going to cost you to do that, to go down that particular route that you choose? And is it worth it? And if you have questions, that's why you have adults around you and you have resources around you to help answer those questions. If you're a college student, you've started the race, I need you to finish it. You've started it. I know it can get tough as far as continuing the financial education. I know it can get tough mentally, or if you're going through things outside of school that's making it tough to focus on school, I need you to keep going. I had the opportunity to drop out of school when my best friend got murdered, unfortunately, when I fell out with a bunch of my other friends, when I was going through things in my personal life. I had the opportunity to drop out of school, but I couldn't stand before you today and feel like I was a champion and feel like I persevered if I would have dropped out. I couldn't stand before you with the same confidence and with the same narrative, but I kept going. So I'm proud of myself for that. And because of that, I know you can do it. Because me, I'm just David. I'm just David Augustine at the end of the day. I'm just another human being like you. If I could go through these things and keep going, I know you can as well. So that's for my current college students. And if you are already an adult and you've experienced all of this already, guess what? You are still here. So thank you. Thank you for whatever your journey was to get you to wherever you are. Even if you have decisions that you aren't proud of, or if you made a bunch of decisions that you're extremely proud of, you're here. And because you're here, you're valuable. And because you're valuable, you got work to do. So take this knowledge and point someone in the right direction. Point a young person in the right direction. That's what we're here to do, y'all. And that's what we've been doing. And we've been doing it really well and really successfully. It's a blessing to be able to help someone fund their college education through directly giving them scholarships. You know, I've been a part of that. I've been able to see that. But it's also a blessing to be able to give people knowledge. Because when you teach someone how to fish, they'll never go hungry again, unless they're lazy. Imagine if you knew how to fish and you still ended up starving. It's your fault because you're being lazy. So we're teaching you how to fish. And I'm sitting here talking passionately to you all because I don't want you to be lazy. I use hip-hop music because of the platform that it affords me and because of the opportunity I have to tell my story in an entertaining way. And part of my story is that I'm a young brother from New Orleans, Louisiana. I defied the odds, especially coming from the neighborhood where I grew up at. And I went to college. Not only did I go, but I graduated college. I didn't have a full scholarship, so I took out some student loans. But guess what? I finished paying them back. And because of that, the pride that I felt in making the right decisions with my money to where I was able to still pay my loans back and just make smart money moves ever since then, that made me want to make a song about it. So I made a song called Sallie Mayback. And what I said was, for those who doubted me, yeah, this is payback. And I've been on my grizzy, yeah, since way back. No, sir, and I don't drive a Maybach. But guess what I did? I finished paying Sallie Mayback. I finished paying Sallie Mayback. And when I made that song, it struck a chord with so many people, and it became an anthem for people who could relate to my experience. And they can't wait until the day that they finish paying for their college education. Well, guess what? That song is about to get performed for you right now because I deserve to be able to turn up in this hotel room where I'm at, and you deserve to see me turn up and to enjoy this. So I want you to stream this song, Sallie Mayback. I want you to make sure that you share it and definitely go on YouTube and watch the video because it's very entertaining and very enlightening. So this song has literally been able to educate millions of people around the world and around our country. And it's literally changed my life. So I'm extremely excited to bring to you Sallie Mayback. And before I start performing, I want to know if there's anyone that has any more questions. Don't worry, because you'll have time between now and the end of the song to type your questions in the chat, and I'll get to it, all right? Because we're here for you. So with no further ado, let me get ready, y'all, for Sallie Mayback. Dum, 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 dum. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to play the music video at the same time that I perform. This is called Technology. This is awesome. Couldn't do this back in your day, Joe. I know, man. I know. All right. Mic check, 1, 2. I finished. Yeah. I finished. And let's rock from side to side, everybody.
For those who doubted me, yeah, this is payback. And I've been on my grizzly, yeah, since way back. No, sir, and I don't drive a Maybach. But guess what I did? I finished paying Sallie Maybach. Maybach, I finished paying Sallie Maybach. Maybach, I finished paying Sallie Maybach. Maybach, I finished paying Sallie Maybach. Maybach.
Hey, Dee-1, let me tell you what I've been through when it come to Sallie. She called me at least twice a day. She want her money badly. Calling me from different numbers. Ooh, she thinks she's slick, but I got them all memorized. I hit ignore quick. Needed tuition, needed room and board, had to pay for books, so I took out loans to feed the boy. Graduated, wasn't making quite enough to pay him back. Went in default, that's my credit up, check my Equifax. I ain't proud of that, more proud of that, I ain't drowning that. Got 2 jobs, really got on my grind, no time to whine, I can't ride a pine. In the game right now, my time to shine. Paying them loans back one at a time. Down, 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 till I pay them all off. Peace sign.
For those who doubted me,
Let's go.
yeah, this is payback.
Payback.
And I've been on my grizzly, yeah, since way back.
Way back.
No, sir,
Uh-oh.
and I don't drive a Maybach.
What you did?
Guess what I did?
I finished paying Sallie Maybach. Maybach, 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 hey. Walk inside the crib, you know I just had a long day. Just got off of work, they got me drove, my boss kept me late. Walk inside the kitchen, grab a dish, then I fix a plate. Red beans and rice on a Monday. Then I sit down on the sofa, grab the remote, turn on the news, open up the laptop, kick off my shoes. I see that I got an email from Sallie Mae. Did another month pass that I forgot to pay? No, hope this email ain't wrong. It say congratulations on paying back your student loans. I took a screenshot. Boy, I had to save that. Then I hear my homeboy like, I finished paying Sallie Maybach. Maybach, I finished paying Sallie Maybach. Maybach, I finished paying Sallie Maybach. Maybach, I finished paying Sallie Maybach. Hey, is it $40,000? $50,000? $60,000, or maybe it's more. Is it $80,000, $90,000, $100,000? How much do you owe? Is it 40,000, 50,000, 50, 60, or maybe it's more? Is it 80,000, 90,000, 100,000? How much? Everybody say.
For those who doubted me, yeah, this is payback. And I've been on my grizzly, yeah, since way back. No, sir, and I don't drive a Maybach. But guess what I did?
I finished paying Sallie Maybach. Maybach, 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 yeah. Is it 40,000? 50,000? This for everybody out there thinking about paying for their college education. Go get that free money first, y'all. Go get that free money first. And that's scholarships. Yeah. Fill out that FAFSA. Peace. Uh-oh.
Hey,
What's up, Joe?
hey, Dee. Thank you so much. That was a fantastic message. Also, I wanted to thank everyone for attending the Paying for College 101 Free Money First workshop featuring Dee-1 and sponsored by Sallie Mae. I hope you're inspired and motivated about your next steps on your journey. And don't forget, like Dee-1 said, visit salliemae.com/FAFSA. That's FAFSA. And salliemae.com/scholarships for more information. And finally, November is National Scholarship Month, so apply early and often. Thank you.
Raise up, everybody.
to lift God up and say his name, cause we hard up and we feeling pain. Can't be the same when it's all over. Then for George Floyd, he a fallen soldier. Justice for all, that's a big task. But I'ma die empty with a big glass. I'm a truth teacher with a big class. Gotta call in on me, that anointing falling on me. When you gon' stop stalling, homie? Gotta make your presence felt now. Figure out who you can help now. Stay safe and protect your health now. Spreading love is the new wealth now. Let's get it.
I just wanna love my brother and my sister like I'm supposed to. Spread love, give knowledge like I'm supposed to. Change the world through my voice, yeah, I hope to. Oh yeah, I hope to. Been a long time coming, but a change gon' come. I can feel it. Oh yes it will.
Yes, yes,
oh yes it will.
yeah, la. This year been tough so